Good afternoon, everyone from Nairobi. Welcome to our EGM Securities Update. We've got Calvin with us today. Calvin, we were both just talking about some of the headlines that we've seen. I saw a headline in the Financial Times: Sino-US relations have reached their worst moment in 40 years. We don't know if Trump has a plan B to get out of the quagmire. This is the Chinese. Personally, Calvin, I think this is working for Trump, because they are the biggest taker. And I think, this coercive tariff warfare, tweet fair, whatever you care to call it, is currently working for him. I mean, is that your impression? And tell us what you think, and particularly with respect to gold.
Actually, my view is it's not working for Trump, because
you don't think so?
Yeah, it's going to be a big war.
Yeah.
Trump hasn't considered how China will fight back.
Yes.
You remember, US, they're the biggest producer of farm like soybean,
Yes.
corn, wheat, of which China, they're the biggest consumer. So, of course, China, they have already stated very well, if Trump will proceed with that, it will be a dollar for a dollar war. And it was so frustrating yesterday to read what Trump had tweeted,
yes,
considering US, the Treasury, that already extended invitation to China for a talk. Then all of a sudden, this is what Trump exactly tweeted in the morning hours. Tariff have put the US in very strong bargaining position with billions of dollars and job flowing into our country, and yet cost increase have thus far been almost unnegotiable. If country will not make fair deal with us, they will be tariff. So in the morning hours, the moment I saw this tweet, I knew he gonna implement what he had said, and that's what happened around lunch hours in US. And that's the reason as to why the market
you're now going to take this situation onto the gold market, right?
Sure.
But, typically gold has been a safe haven, a proxy for, security in an uncertain world. But this year, it's been a different story.
Absolutely, that's correct. Because of this war, the implication is, you see most of the investors right now, they are buying dollar because they feel that it will not have a big implication on the dollar. So that's why the gold is falling. Because
so dollar strength, gold weakness.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Actually, the moment the news was released, the dollar index increased by 0.1% from 94.4 to 94.5. So these are the implications we are seeing. But this war will continue because China's, they are not willing to bow down to Trump bully. Actually, Trump is a bully. Let me be very honest.
So you're trading gold here.
Correct.
We've been, I've noticed, in a kind of range, it doesn't get much above 1,200, sort of dips down to 95 was where you had your stop from yesterday.
Correct.
What is this chart telling you? What do you want to be doing here?
For me, as of now, gold will tend to trade along in a range between that region of around 12 to around 11.95. I told you 11.95 for me is a critical. We are waiting for this news of Trump to be implemented. Releasing the news is one thing, implementing is another thing, of which the Trump has already stated very clearly on 24th of September, it must be implemented. And if China, they're going to fight back, they'll get into phase 3, of which it will be in 1st January, whereby they will now increase it to 25%, whereby it will be around 267 billion. So you see, Trump is just thinking he's a bullying. Yet China, they're still silent, but they're going to do the same to US, of which they'll affect the farm produce, of which we'll see a lot of effect on the soybean, corn, wheat, because they're the biggest consumer. So this is the biggest war that we have ever seen in a couple of decades.
Gold, 1199.66. Just tell us what you're doing here. You're looking for what here? What is your target and where is your stop?
As I've stated, as of now, the market will tend to play between the range of around 11.95 to around 12 because it doesn't want to go up, it doesn't want to fall. So I'll do much more of scalping, whereby I'll go with the trend. Like yesterday, particularly, I went long. The moment Trump tweeted, I was around this region, I went short. I liquidated my long, I went full short. Then it fell. In the morning hours today, I was able to liquidate and go long around 6 a.m. in the morning. I wake up very early to do my tradings. So I'll do a lot of scalping as I wait on 24th September. Once it gets implemented, absolutely gold will fall down and US dollar will strengthen and go up, because most of the investors will try to liquidate their gold. Gold is a safe haven, and buy much more of a dollar because they feel it will not have bigger impact on them. And they see having dollar with them, it's a win for them because they are the biggest investor and they do a lot of import and export.
Calvin, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.